Hi everyone, hope you had a great day today. We're going to start, or continue rather, solving systems of equations by graphing, and this is going to be a part 2 because it is going to be an extra step a little bit further. So I've got 3 examples for you. Once again, this blank copy will be on Schoology as well as the completed copy for you to either follow along or to have as notes, whatever you're choosing. So the first system that we're going to take a look at is y equals 3x minus 1 and 2x plus 3y equals 9. This is a little different because, as you notice, the green is not in slope-intercept form. It's not in a y equals mx plus b form. So one of the things that we're going to focus on today is practicing or working towards making sure that before we graph any of the lines, they are all in slope-intercept form, or y equals mx plus b. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this first equation. It already is in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So we're going to go ahead and graph as we normally would. And we're going to go -1. And then I'm going to look 3 or 3 over 1. So that's going to be up 3 to the right 1. And plot 1, 2, 3, plot. Okay, remember you could also do the opposite. You can kind of see the pattern going here. You could also do down 3 to the left 1, down 3 to the left. Go ahead, grab your straight edge or ruler. Okay, and we are going to make sure that you put the arrows at the end. Not going to label because we don't know if and when these two lines are going to intersect. So now we're going to shift our attention over to the second equation, 2x plus 3y equals 9. And so with slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, our focus is going to be to isolate the y. So we want to move everything to the other side so that the y is by itself. In this, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to move that x. So I have positive 2x. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. The positive 2x, the negative 2x are going to cancel out. Drop down the 3y. And then I'm going to take a look, negative 2x and 9, they are not like terms, they don't combine. So I'm just going to rewrite and put the x first. We want to kind of start to make sure that we are have the mx, the slope x time or plus the b, the y-intercept. We kind of want to start getting that form ready. So the next thing we're going to do here is divide everything by 3. And I like to, instead of putting just the whole thing divided by 3, I like to actually put the divide by 3 over each of the terms. I think it just keeps it cleaner, less confusing. So we're going to go ahead, divide by 3. That's going to leave us with y. And negative 2x over 3, we're going to simplify that to be negative 2/3 x. And then our b, 9 divided by 3, is going to leave us with 3. So now that I have solved this, I've isolated that y, I now have a slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. And I can go ahead and graph. So I'm going to go ahead, positive 3, plot that point. I have a negative for the slope, negative 2 over 3. So that's going to be a down 2 to the right 3. So we're going to go ahead, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I could also flip that a little, or excuse me, rearrange that negative and have 2 over negative 3, which would be up 2 to the left 3. So up 2 to the left 3, up 2 to the left 3. Go ahead, grab your straight edge. Okay, and draw our arrows. You can see where it is going to intersect right here. Okay, before I label my answer, I do want to remember to label my lines. And with the green one, I want to, even though we used the y equals mx plus b, I always want to write the original equation that we used. So I am going to label 2x plus 3y equals 9. It's important to always go back to the original. Okay, and the last thing that we need to do is we need to identify the intersection or the solution to the system of equations. And for us, that's going to be 1, positive 2. Okay, so I'm going to write that over on the graph, but I'm also going to write it off to the side. So our solution for this first one is 1, 2. All right, so I paused the video and I went on to the second question. The pink is y equals mx plus b. It is in slope-intercept form, so I went ahead and I graphed that. Okay, I'm going to take a look at the orange, the second equation, and I noticed that I do not have a slope-intercept form. I do not have the y isolated, so I need to start moving and rearranging. So if I take a look here, I have the x to one side. I've got to move this constant, this positive 2, over to the other side. So I am going to subtract 2 from both sides. Positive 2, negative 2 are additive inverses. They cancel out. And we're going to get y equals 2x minus 2. We cannot combine them. They are not like terms. Go ahead and graph this. I'm going to do this quick. We're going to go negative 2. And this is 2 over 1, so it's going to be up 2 to the right 1. And we're going to go ahead and graph. Okay, arrows. I am going to label, make sure that you label with the original. So this is going to be y plus 2 equals 2x, and our pink is going to be y equals negative 2x plus 2. Go ahead, circle the intersection, and we are going to find that the answer is 1, 0. I'm going to also write this over here just so that it's off to the side. All right, we're going to scooch down to the last example. So we have this example. I'd like you to pause this if you want to open this up in Kami, you try it in Kami, come back, see what you have. Okay, so hopefully you pause the video, you tried out the first equation. I just added the x to both sides to isolate the y, and I'm going to go ahead and graph. This is going to be negative 6, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down 6. And there's no coefficient right here with x, but it's just like I've explained. If I ask you, can I have one pencil or can I have a pencil? A pencil still indicates 1. So the coefficient or the slope is really a 1. So we've got our slope 1, and that's going to be 1 over 1, up 1, right 1. And we're going to go ahead and graph. Okay. Hold off till you write the, till you see if and when this intersects. The next thing we're going to do is look at this slope intercept. Now, if we look here, y equals mx plus b. Okay, the y is by itself. There's no b. So because there's no b, that means that the intersection is the origin. So we're going to start at the origin. The y-intercept, excuse me, is the origin. Okay, we also have an x. X, can I have a pen? Can I have one pen? Means the same thing. So it's a 1. Okay, so this means up 1, right 1. So I'm going to go ahead and plot, grab my straight edge, draw my line. Okay, and if you take a look, what do you notice? Well, the slopes are the same. And we learned earlier this week that if the slopes are the same, they are parallel lines and there is no intersection. So because will be and there is no intersection, we have no solution. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a couple of check-in questions for you after this video. I'm going to ask you to rewrite the equations that are given into slope-intercept form and then choose the proper graph or the correct graph. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you later.